Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Nishit Kumar and with me is Renu Kataria with the Midday News. The headlines. Both the Houses of Parliament adjourned till 2 p.m. over Pegasus snooping, farm laws and other issues. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch multiple initiatives in education sector on occasion of the first anniversary of National Education Policy 2020. Under Khelo India program, 1,756 crore rupees allocated and 272 sports infrastructure projects are in the pipeline, says Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Thakur. Six-member central team to visit Kerala to take stock of the situation in view of the surge in COVID cases. Over 45 crore vaccine doses administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. National COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 97.38%. Vice President and Prime Minister extend greetings to the wildlife lovers on occasion of International Tiger Day. In Tokyo Olympic Games, PV Sindhu enters quarterfinals of the women's singles badminton. Boxer Satish Kumar enters quarterfinals of the men's super heavyweight category. India beat Argentina 3-1 in the men's hockey to enter quarterfinals, and India to take on Sri Lanka in the third and the final T20 International in Colombo tonight. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is going on, we advise our young listeners to get vaccinated and also to help others get vaccinated. We also advise our listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow the three simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing and focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011 2397 8046 and 1075. And now the news in detail. Both the Houses of Parliament continue to face disruptions over Pegasus snooping, farm laws and other issues. Amid the din, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha have been adjourned till 2 p.m. today. After the second adjournment, when the Lok Sabha assembled at 12:30 p.m., members of the Congress, the DMK, TMC, Akali Dal and other opposition parties trooped into the well over the issues. The chair repeatedly urged the agitating members to return to their seats and let the House function. As the protests continued, the House adjourned till 2 p.m. In the morning, when the Lok Sabha met for the day, Speaker Om Birla expressed unhappiness over unruly behavior of the agitating opposition members.
सदन में घटना हुई है, उसे मुझे अत्यंतिक पीड़ा हुई है। आसन पर पर्चे फेंकना, आसन की अवमानना करना हमारी संसदीय परंपराओं के अनुरूप नहीं है। हम संसद की गरिमा का ध्यान नहीं रखेंगे तो हमारा संसदीय लोकतंत्र कैसे मजबूत होगा। मेरी कोशिश है कि सभी सदस्यों को अपने विषय रखने का पर्याप्त समय दूं और उनको यथोचित सम्मान भी दूं और उनका सम्मान रहे, ये मेरी जिम्मेदारी है। क्या आप कल की घटना इस संसदीय गरिमा के अनुरूप मानते हैं? क्या इसे न्यायोचित मानते हैं? हम इसको लोकतंत्र का मंदिर मानते हैं और हम सबकी ये विश्वास भरोसा रहता है कि आसन सबके साथ न्याय करेगा, सबके साथ निष्पक्ष रहेगा, लेकिन हम सबको सामूहिक रूप से निर्णय करना होगा कि हम कैसे इस सदन की गरिमा और सम्मान को बढ़ा सकते हैं।
Referring to yesterday's incident, Mr. Birla said it is the collective responsibility of all the members to run the House.
लगातार ऐसी घटनाएं जो संसदीय परंपराओं के अनुरूप नहीं है, उन घटना की पुनरावृत्ति न करें। अगर ऐसी घटनाओं की पुनरावृत्ति होगी तो मैं आपका सहयोग चाहता हूं। ऐसे सदस्यों के खिलाफ मुझे सख्त कार्रवाई करनी पड़ेगी ताकि हम संसद की मर्यादा को बनाए रखें।
Leader of Opposition, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, said opposition parties are ready to cooperate with the chair. He said the government is running away from discussion on vital issues. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi also expressed displeasure over yesterday's event. Mr. Joshi bemoaned that the opposition has maligned the dignity of the House. Amid the verbal duel between the Leader of Opposition and Parliamentary Affairs Minister over yesterday's incident, the House was adjourned till 11:30 a.m. and again the House was adjourned till 12:30 p.m. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has said that there cannot be a military solution for Afghanistan's situation. He stressed that there must be a negotiated political settlement in Afghanistan. Replying to supplementaries in the Rajya Sabha today, Dr. Jaishankar said there cannot be a takeover by the use of force in Afghanistan, and India will work with the international community to ensure that political negotiations for the resettlement are pursued seriously. He added that New Delhi will never accept an outcome which is decided by the force. He said he had detailed discussions with the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken over the Afghanistan's issue.
Minister of State for Atomic Energy and Space, Dr. Jitendra Singh, has said the government is in the process of creating an ecosystem to encourage more private participation in indigenous production of space technologies, services and devices. Replying to a question in the Rajya Sabha today, the minister said the Space Activities Bill is under active consideration of the government, which will include aspects pertaining to regulation and promotion of private players in the space sector. He said the government is encouraging transfer of technologies developed in the field of space to Indian industries. The geo-imaging satellite EOS-03 is scheduled for launch in the third quarter of this year. This would enable near real-time monitoring of natural disasters like floods and cyclones. This information was given in a written reply in the Rajya Sabha by the Minister of State for Atomic Energy and Space, Dr. Jitendra Singh, in the Rajya Sabha today. The minister said the ISRO realized EOS-03 is capable of imaging the whole country 4 to 5 times daily. He said in addition to natural disasters, EOS-03 would also enable monitoring of water bodies, crops, vegetation condition, forest cover changes.
The government today said it is promoting sports in 13 states, including in the left-wing extremism areas, Jammu and Kashmir and northeastern states. Replying to supplementaries in the Lok Sabha, Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Thakur shared information about Khelo India program.
के माध्यम से सदन को बताना चाहता हूं कि हमने खेलो इंडिया स्कीम के अंतर्गत लगभग 1756 करोड़ रुपया जो खर्च किया है, उसमें से जो अलग अलग आधारभूत ढांचा बनाने का उसमें 272 स्पोर्ट्स इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट्स को सैंक्शन किया गया, जिसकी कुल कीमत 1735 करोड़ है। इसके अलावा जो लेफ्ट विंग एक्सट्रीमिज्म एरिया है, उसके लिए भी हमने कुल मिलाकर 13 राज्यों में इसको स्कीम को चलाया है। जम्मू कश्मीर से लेकर नॉर्थ ईस्ट के राज्य और बाकी राज्यों में भी।
Across the country, 360 Khelo India centres have been developed and 24 centres of excellence have been identified. The minister informed the House Sports Ministry accepts the proposal for hosting international sports tournaments and events. Mr. Thakur said this time India's contingent to Tokyo Olympics is the largest ever squad in the history. The Union government today said that no contractual coach was terminated by the Sports Authority of India during the lockdown period. In a written reply in the Lok Sabha, Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Thakur said the ministry is not implementing any scheme that provides for grant of honorarium to jobless coaches. He informed that coaches and athletes who were covered under the scheme of SAI, Khelo India and Target Olympic Podium scheme tops continue to get financial assistance as per their entitlements and norms of the scheme. The minister said SOPs for opening of sports venues and resumption of sports training have been issued by the ministry and SAI. He said resumption of training, which was halted due to COVID pandemic, have been resumed as per these SOPs.
Minister of State for Housing and Urban Affairs Kaushal Kishore has said that a total 34 metro rail projects are at various stages of progress in the country. These include Delhi Metro Phase 3, 4 and Delhi Metro Extension. In a written reply in Lok Sabha today, he said the proposals for other 16 metro rail projects are in various stages of appraisal and approval. He said that urban transport, an integral part of urban development, is a state subject. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch multiple key initiatives in education sector today to mark the first anniversary of National Education Policy NEP 2020. Mr. Modi will also address policymakers in the domain of education and skill development, students and teachers across the country through video conferencing to mark the completion of 1 year of reforms under the National Education Policy 2020. Mr. Modi will launch the Academic Bank of Credit that will provide multiple entry and exit options for students in higher education, first-year engineering programs in regional languages and guidelines for internationalization of higher education. The initiatives to be launched also include Vidya Pravesh, a 3-month play-based school preparation module for grade 1 students, Indian Sign Language as a subject at secondary level, and Nishtha 2.0, which is an integrated program of teacher training designed by National Council of Educational Research and Training, NCERT. More from our correspondent.
During the event, National Digital Education Architecture NDEAR and National Education Technology Forum NETF will also be launched. These initiatives will mark a significant step towards realization of the goals of National Education Policy 2020 and will make the education sector more vibrant and accessible. The NEP 2020 is the guiding philosophy for changing the learning landscape, making education holistic, and building strong foundations for an Atmanirbhar Bharat. This is the first education policy of 21st century and replaces the 34-year-old National Policy on Education NPE 1986, built on the foundational pillars of access, equity, quality, affordability, and accountability. This policy is aligned to the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. It aims to transform India into a vibrant knowledge society and global knowledge superpower by making both school and college education more holistic, flexible, and multidisciplinary, suited to 21st century needs. The NEP 2020 also aimed at bringing out the unique capabilities of each student. Anand Kumar, AIR News, Delhi.
Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said that on the occasion of 1 year of National Education Policy NEP 2020, we should reiterate our resolve to make education holistic, affordable, accessible and equitable. In a tweet, Mr. Pradhan appealed to work together to realize the aspirations of a 21st century Atmanirbhar Bharat and to make India a vibrant knowledge economy. He said a year ago on this day, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, NEP 2020, a visionary education policy, was launched with the aim to bring out the capabilities of each student, universalize education, build capacities and transform the learning landscape.
Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, who is in Tajikistan for SCO Defence Ministers meeting, interacted with the Indian students studying in the country. Mr. Singh and the students talked about the unlimited potential India has and the ongoing efforts towards self-reliance, Atmanirbharta. They also discussed on emerging trends in the healthcare and education. The Raksha Mantri today visited the Border Roads Organization BRO project site in Tajikistan. BRO is constructing a road from Aini roundabout in Chautut. It is the Government of India's grant aid project to the Government of Tajikistan. Ministry of External Affairs has circulated guidelines to all states and union territories, academic institutions to remove any further requirement of legalization of an apostille document for use in India. These guidelines are also uploaded on the website of the Ministry of External Affairs. The minister said the Hague Apostille Convention 1961 abolishes the requirement of legalization of foreign documents for use in any member country once a document is apostilled, including e-apostille by a competent authority of the country where the document originates.
The central government is sending a 6-member team to Kerala in view of the COVID-19 cases in the state. The team will be headed by Director of National Centre for Disease Control, Sujit Kumar Singh. In a tweet, Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia said that as large number of COVID cases are still being reported in Kerala, the team will aid states' ongoing efforts in COVID-19 management. Over 43,92,000 vaccine doses were administered to the eligible beneficiaries in the country during the last 24 hours. With this, more than 45 crore 7 lakh vaccine doses have been administered so far under nationwide vaccination drive. Union Health Ministry in a statement said that the country has reported 43,509 new cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. The country's active caseload is currently at 4,03,848. The active cases constitute 1.28% of the total reported cases so far. The recovery rate is currently at 97.38%.
Union Health Ministry has said more than 47 crore 48 lakh vaccine doses have been provided to states and union territories so far. It said that a further of 53 lakh 5,260 doses are in the pipeline. In Madhya Pradesh, the COVID-19 vaccination crossed the 3 crore mark yesterday. The state has set a new record with vaccination of 10,34,384 people yesterday, which is the highest in the country. With this, the total number of vaccinations in the state has gone up to 3 crore 98,663. More from our correspondent.
So far, Indore district is at the first place by administering more than 30 lakh vaccines. Bhopal is at second place by administering more than 80 lakh vaccines, while Jabalpur is at third place by administering more than 13 lakh vaccines. The state reported 11 new cases of the infection, including 3 in Indore, 2 each in Bhopal and Sagar, and 1 each in Balaghat, Gwalior, Jabalpur and Raisen. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has expressed his gratitude to the people of the state for the new record of vaccination campaign. Pooja P. Vardhan, AIR News, Bhopal.
The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its bilingual live phone-in program Corona Jagrukta series, will bring you a special discussion program on COVID-19 tonight. Dr. K. Srinath Reddy, President, Public Health Foundation of India, will participate in the live discussion. Listeners can ask questions to the expert on toll-free number 1800-115767 and on telephone number 011-2331-4444. You can also post your queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our websites newsonair.nic.in and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You can also follow us on the News on AIR app for updates. You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Both the Houses of Parliament adjourned till 2 p.m. over Pegasus snooping, farm laws and other issues. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch multiple initiatives in education sector on occasion of first anniversary of National Education Policy 2020. Under Khelo India program, 1,756 crore rupees allocated and 272 sports infrastructure projects are in the pipeline, says Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Thakur. 6-member central team to visit Kerala to take stock of the situation in view of the surge in COVID cases. Over 45 crore vaccine doses administered so far under nationwide vaccination drive. National COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 97.38%. Vice President and Prime Minister extend greetings to wildlife lovers on occasion of International Tiger Day. In Tokyo Olympic Games, PV Sindhu enters quarterfinals of women's singles badminton. Boxer Satish Kumar enters quarterfinals of men's super heavyweight category. And India beat Argentina 3-1 in men's hockey to enter quarterfinals. And India to take on Sri Lanka in the third and final T20 International in Colombo tonight. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
Welcome back to the Midday News. The International Tiger Day is being celebrated today. The main aim behind this day is to promote a global system for protecting the natural habitats of tigers and to raise public awareness and support for tiger conservation issues. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has called upon everyone to redouble our commitment to protect tigers and their habitat. He said that conservation of tigers is important as it leads to conservation of many species in the same habitat. Mr. Naidu expressed happiness that India's tiger population has increased significantly in recent years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also greeted wildlife lovers, especially those who are passionate about tiger conservation. In a series of tweets, Mr. Modi said that home to over 70% of tiger population globally, India reiterated its commitment to ensuring safe habitats for tigers and nurturing tiger-friendly ecosystems. He said that India is home to 51 tiger reserves spread across 18 states. Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav has said that Conservation Assured Tiger Standards International Executive Committee has given accreditation to 14 tiger reserves in India. In a tweet, Mr. Yadav said Conservation Assured Tiger Standards is an accreditation tool of the Coalition of Tiger Range Countries. The Forest Department of West Bengal has published the report of the Tiger Census of 2020-21 in the Sundarbans around the same day. More from our correspondent.
Sundarbans, the largest mangrove delta of the world, is also known as the land of the Bengal tigers. According to the latest data released by the state, 1,307 camera trap units installed across 726 locations spanning the entire biosphere reserve, recorded 96 tigers, including at least 52 females and 4 cubs over the age of 1 year. Despite 2 cyclones, Amphan and Yas, triggering massive destruction and inundation of low-lying areas, the tiger count has not gone down. Experts point out that the study is a proof of the adaptability of the Sundarban tiger. But due to the pandemic and destruction caused by natural calamities, more people are turning to the forest for livelihood, increasing the threat of human-wildlife conflict. More sustainable approach is the call of the day for conservation of the endangered species in the Sundarbans. Madhuparna Dharshoduri for AIA News, Kolkata.
In Maharashtra, Tadoba Andhari Tiger Reserve, situated in Chandrapur district, is the state's oldest and the largest national park, attracting a huge number of flora and fauna lovers. For the convenience of huge number of tourists visiting the place from across India and also from various parts of the world, the local administration has introduced a grade system for guides. More details from our correspondent.
An examination to test knowledge of guides on various aspects of Tadoba Tiger project along with their personal skills and qualifications was held on last April, on the basis of which they have been awarded grades. Based on their grades, every guide has been awarded ranking which includes 3 stars, 2 stars and 1 star. Subsequently, the rates of guide have been fixed according to the stars awarded to them. For example, guides with 3 stars will get ₹500, guides with 2 stars will get ₹450 and guides with 1 star will get ₹400 for each trip. This system has created a competitive spirit among the guides, who are mainly the local tribal youth in the vicinity, to improve their rankings. As a result, the tourists visiting the place will gain by getting a better service. With PTC Mangesh Bede, Devapura Bhattacharjee, AIR News, Mumbai.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi today shared the video of a herd of around 3,000 black bucks crossing the road at Velavadar National Park in Bhavnagar district of Gujarat and described the rare sighting as excellent. The Prime Minister retweeted the video originally shared by Gujarat State Information Department, in which over thousands of black bucks are seen leaping high in the air while crossing the road in the national park. Velavadar National Park is located at 42 kilometers from Bhavnagar city and spread over 42 square kilometers area. Established in the year 1976, the park is famous for black buck, blue bulls and a variety of bird species. There are around 120 species of birds that can be found in and around the park. Indian naval ship Talwar is participating in the multinational maritime exercise Cut Class Express 2021 CE21, being inducted from 26th of July to 6th of August 2021 in Kenya. In the harbour phase, which was conducted from 26 to 28 July at Mombasa, a team of Indian Navy Marine Commandos, MARCOS, conducted training of personnel from navies of Kenya, Djibouti, Mozambique, Cameroon and Coast Guard of Georgia. The MARCOS shared the best practices in executing visit, board, search and seizure VBSS operations with the participating foreign Navy sailors during the exercise, which was held at the Bandari Maritime Academy in Mombasa.
The Enforcement Directorate ED today arrested Raj Singh Gehlot, the owner of Gurugram-based Ambience Mall, in an alleged bank loan fraud case. The loan fraud case is approximately of 200 crore rupees. Mr. Gehlot will be produced before an ED court in Delhi later today. The case against Gehlot was registered in 2019 for money laundering in the construction of a 5-star Leela Ambience Convention Hotel situated near Yamuna Sports Complex in Delhi.
News just in, Rajya Sabha has been adjourned for the day.
More than 12,000 Rohingyas have been affected and 11 killed in flash floods and landslides in the Cox's Bazar area of Bangladesh. 6 people were killed in the Balukhali and Palongkhali camps on Tuesday. 5 more people died in a camp at Teknaf yesterday, said a local official to the media. The UNHCR has said that 2,500 shelters have been damaged or destroyed in the flash floods and landslides in the area, which received over 300 mm of rain between Monday and Tuesday. This is nearly half of the monthly rainfall for the month of July in one day. Several places in Bangladesh, including Dhaka, continue to receive widespread rain today as monsoon was active over most of the country. So far, more than 10,000 Rohingyas have been temporarily relocated to safer places after the shelters were destroyed due to flash floods and landslides, said Refugee Commissioner Shah Rezwan Hayat to AFP. More than 1 million Rohingya refugees are currently taking shelter in Bangladesh. Majority of them are living in 34 refugee camps in the Cox's Bazar area of the country. They had fled from the Rakhine province after a military crackdown by the Myanmar army in August 2017. To boost the morale of the players in the Tokyo Olympics, good wishes are pouring in from all across the country under the Cheer for India campaign.
In the Tokyo Olympic Games, India's campaign got a boost on 7th day today when men's hockey team, shuttler PV Sindhu, boxer Satish Kumar and archer Atanu Das stormed into the quarterfinals of their respective games. Ace Indian shuttler PV Sindhu entered quarterfinals of women's singles event at Tokyo Olympics. She defeated Denmark's Mia Bilchfeldt 21-15, 21-13 in just 41 minutes to cruise into the quarterfinals. Sindhu will now face Japan's 4th seed Akane Yamaguchi tomorrow at 1:15 p.m. in quarterfinals. In men's hockey, India beat defending Olympic champions Argentina 3-1 to enter the quarterfinals at Tokyo Olympics. After goalless first two quarters, India broke the deadlock in the 43rd minute through Varun Kumar before Vivek Sagar Prasad and Harmanpreet Singh struck in the closing minutes of the match to seal the contest. By virtue of this win, India have consolidated their position in the second spot of Pool A with 3 wins and 1 loss out of 4 games behind Australia. The top 4 make the last 8 stage from each group. India will play host Japan in their final pool match tomorrow at 3 p.m. and women's hockey team will meet Ireland at 8:15 a.m. Indian boxer Satish Kumar has entered the quarterfinals of men's super heavyweight category at Tokyo Olympics. He defeated Jamaica's Ricardo Brown 4-1 to reach the last 8 in plus 91 kilogram category. Satish Kumar has become the 3rd Indian boxer to reach the quarterfinals of the Tokyo Games. In quarterfinals, Satish Kumar will take on P. Jalalov of Uzbekistan on Sunday. Country's women boxing star Mary Kom will take on Colombia's Ingrid Lorena Valencia Victoria in the round 16 bout at 3:36 p.m. today. The last and final T20 international match between India and Sri Lanka will be played tonight at R. Premadasa Stadium in Colombo. Earlier, Sri Lanka defeated India by 4 wickets in the second T20 international and levelled the 3-match series at 1-1 last night.
Now, let us take a look at the weather update for today. The national capital Delhi is likely to experience generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Temperature will hover between 24 and 29 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. The minimum temperature will be 25 degrees Celsius, while the maximum is expected to be around 30 degrees. Chennai is expected to have partly cloudy sky. Temperature will vary between 28 and 35 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will have generally cloudy sky with heavy rain. City will observe minimum temperature of 26 degrees and a maximum of around 29 degrees. Srinagar will experience partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Temperature will hover between 20 and 29 degrees Celsius. Jammu will have thunderstorm with rain. Minimum temperature will be 24 degrees Celsius, maximum around 28 degrees. Leh is expected to have generally cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Gilgit will have generally cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Temperature will hover between 20 and 35 degrees Celsius. Muzaffarabad will experience thunderstorms. Minimum temperature will be 20 degrees, while the maximum will be around 25 degrees. Imphal will have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Guwahati will have generally cloudy sky with few spells of rain or thunder showers. Shillong will experience generally cloudy sky, and Aizawl will have generally cloudy sky. Kohima is also expected to have generally cloudy sky. Itanagar, Gangtok and Agartala will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Both the Houses of Parliament adjourned for the day over Pegasus snooping, farm laws and other issues. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch multiple initiatives in education sector on occasion of first anniversary of the National Education Policy 2020. Under Khelo India program, 1,756 crore rupees allocated and 272 sports infrastructure projects are in the pipeline, says Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Thakur. 6-member central team to visit Kerala to take stock of the situation in view of the surge in COVID cases. Over 45 crore vaccine doses administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. National COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 97.38%. Vice President and Prime Minister extend greetings to wildlife lovers on the occasion of International Tiger Day. In Tokyo Olympic Games, PV Sindhu enters quarterfinals of the women's singles badminton. Boxer Satish Kumar enters quarterfinals of men's super heavyweight category. India beat Argentina 3-1 in the men's hockey to enter quarterfinals, and India to take on Sri Lanka in the third and the final T20 International in Colombo tonight. And with that, we end the midday news.